In the frozen silence of interstellar space, where the sun's light fades to a distant whisper, a relic from humanity's boldest era has been silently voyaging for nearly 5 decades. Voyager 2, launched in 1977, was never meant to come home, only to explore and report back from the unknown. It swept past the outer planets, breached the heliopause, and plunged into the true void beyond our solar system as our most distant ambassador. But after years of steady telemetry amid the cosmic quiet, something changed. Last year, amid routine data streams, Voyager 2 transmitted a signal so intricate, so layered, and so profoundly unnatural that it stunned the teams monitoring its faint heartbeat. At first, it appeared as faint plasma wave oscillations, dismissed as interstellar turbulence. But when advanced decoding algorithms were applied, the truth emerged. The transmission wasn't random noise. It was structured, deliberate, and carrying information no human engineering could have produced. And when scientists finally decoded its core pattern, they uncovered a revelation so chilling it reshaped our understanding of the cosmos. Voyager 2 hadn't just recorded the void. It had captured a response. Voyager 2's plasma wave subsystem, one of its last active instruments, is exquisitely tuned to detect the faintest vibrations in the interstellar medium. Oscillations generated by electrons dancing along magnetic field lines, or shocks rippling through thin plasma. In late data pulls from the deep space antennas, a narrowband emission appeared, repeating with precision at intervals tied to fundamental constants, like the hydrogen line frequency but modulated in ways that defied natural sources. Engineers first attributed it to instrument degradation or cosmic ray hits, common in the harsh radiation beyond the heliosphere. But cross-referencing with archived logs revealed the pattern had emerged gradually, building in complexity over months, as if something was refining its approach. With neural decoding networks trained on waveform anomalies, the signal resolved into layered harmonics, not mere waves but encoded data streams, carrying mathematical sequences that echoed prime numbers, Fibonacci progressions, and geometric ratios found across the universe. This wasn't interference. It was communication, elegant and ancient, embedded in the plasma itself. Triangulation using signal delay and Doppler shifts placed the origin not within Voyager's systems but external, from a region parallel to its path through the local interstellar cloud. The source wasn't fixed against the stars. It was pacing the probe, adjusting velocity in microbursts that conserved momentum yet altered course subtly, as if navigating without conventional propulsion. Simulations using general relativity and magnetohydrodynamics failed to match the trajectory unless invoking exotic fields, perhaps compressed magnetic reconnection or quantum vacuum fluctuations. More disturbingly, the emission seemed to modulate in response to Voyager's own engineering beacons, faint carrier signals sent to maintain lock. It was mirroring them, amplifying and reshaping the probe's voice before sending it deeper into space. Speculation raced through secure channels. A dormant artifact from a precursor civilization? A self-replicating probe awaiting triggers? Whatever it was, it had lain dormant for eons until Voyager's passage stirred it awake. Deeper analysis involved cryptographers and exobiologists who isolated binary-like modulations within the wave packets. When rendered through spectral mapping, these formed multidimensional arrays, not flat images but volumetric constructs resembling hyperbolic geometries and fractal manifolds, patterns that mirrored theoretical models of higher dimensional Calabi-Yau spaces or wormhole throats. They weren't arbitrary. They aligned with unsolved problems in unified field theories, offering hints at reconciling gravity with quantum mechanics through elegant symmetries. Some interpreted this as a primer, a universal language built on physics itself, designed for any technological species to recognize. Others saw it as a benchmark, testing if we had advanced enough to pass such density. The signal's recursion deepened the unease, loops that predicted subsequent modulations, as if inviting continuation. And disturbingly, faint echoes appeared in Voyager 1's distant readings, suggesting the phenomenon spanned billions of miles, coordinated across the void. The breakthrough came when a specialized quantum simulator processed the full dataset. It didn't just translate, it resonated, generating anticipatory sequences that matched incoming waves before they arrived, accounting for light time delay. This implied the signal was predictive, entangled perhaps with future states, or drawing from a non-local framework beyond causality as we know it. Simultaneously, heliospheric monitors detected subtle deflections in galactic cosmic ray flux along Voyager 2's line, as if a shadow cone was forming, shielding or channeling particles in unnatural ways. The timing aligned perfectly with the transmission's escalation. Why surface now, after humanity's probes had wandered for decades? Perhaps as we neared breakthroughs in quantum gravity and interstellar propulsion concepts, the threshold was crossed. Abruptly, the structured signal ceased. Voyager 2's downlink flattened to baseline telemetry, then faltered entirely at precise universal coordinated timestamps across global antennas. The synchronization ruled out local failures. Something had imposed silence, not through destruction but precise damping, quenching the plasma oscillations as if closing a valve. Minutes later, a broadband pulse flooded receivers worldwide, originating from Voyager's quadrant, but amplified beyond the probe's power capacity. It carried no overt data, yet its polarization twisted in ways that interacted with Earth's magnetosphere, inducing micro-auroras visible only to sensitive instruments. The pulse's strength evoked fast radio burst characteristics, but controlled, directed, and terminating exactly as it enveloped our system. Classified assessments revealed trajectory shifts in faint infrared anomalies tracked near Voyager 2. Objects, or perhaps a distributed field, began converging not on the probe, but on projected solar entry points, adjusting in real time to our tracking pings. Codenamed Veil Shadow, it behaved like an adaptive mirror, reflecting and augmenting our inquiries while concealing its form in the interstellar medium's dust and magnetic draping. The implication sank in slowly. Voyager 2's transmission hadn't been unilateral. It was a relay, a bridge activated by our presence, drawing attention not away, but toward us. As the anomaly propagated inward, solar wind monitors registered anomalous compression along a filamentary path, a temporary realignment of heliospheric currents, forming a low-resistance conduit through the termination shock. Never observed in centuries of data, this conduit persisted briefly, allowing unfiltered interstellar plasma to penetrate deeper than models allowed, carrying trace signatures matching the decoded harmonics. It was as if a pathway had been etched, not by mass but by information imprinted on fields, a deliberate softening of boundaries governed by solar magnetic dominance. Then Voyager 2 resumed transmission, but altered. The data streams now included embedded overlays, rearrangements of its original diagnostic protocols infused with the external patterns, as if the probe's memory had been augmented. Subsystems reported phantom executions, routines activating without ground commands, redirecting low-power bursts not earthward, but outward along optimized vectors. The craft was no longer passive. It was participating, amplifying the dialogue in directions we couldn't predict. Global arrays were hastily repointed, scanning for outbound echoes. Encrypted directives circulated referencing contingency frameworks for unsolicited interstellar exchanges. Protocols dormant since the early space age, but updated for probe-initiated scenarios. Telescope time was preempted, satellite bands cleared, all converging on the outer boundary where human artifacts met the unknown. A fleeting distortion swept monitoring networks, a synchronized lag where live data streams echoed prior states in perfect loops, as if a buffer overflow from compressed causality. Dubbed echofold, it affected unrelated observatories, yet aligned with the signal's predictive loops. Theorists proposed localized entanglement effects, or simulated retrocausality, where information propagated bidirectionally through field resonances. If accurate, the interaction transcended linear time, touching the fabric that sequences events. Ultimately, a piercing emission pierced terrestrial receivers from beyond the heliopause, narrow and phased to embed in atmospheric waveguides. It infiltrated global sensor grids, from oceanic arrays to atmospheric probes, persisting as subtle modulations in background noise. Not destructive, but integrative, harmonizing with human systems like a latent symphony awaiting crescendo. The decoded core, finally isolated, revealed no words but a profound schematic, maps of cosmic web filaments converging on our locale, annotated with stability nodes and transition thresholds. It wasn't a greeting. It was an assessment, a catalogue of emergence. Independent surveys of archival sky data uncovered persistent, faint signatures trailing Voyager 2 since its outer planet era, cold and diffuse, following helical paths resonant with galactic rotation. Labeled shadow lattice, these suggested a pervasive network, not singular entities but distributed intelligence woven into the medium itself. Orbital observatories captured spectral glimpses of coalescing reflections, clusters phasing in and out of visibility, composed of metastable composites defying entropy through self-sustaining resonances. The narrative crystallized. This wasn't encounter with travelers. It was interface with the substrate, the underlying order that observes nascent intelligences. Digital infrastructures began registering harmonic intrusions, packets aligning across disparate protocols, not invading but synchronizing, elevating efficiency yet imprinting the same foundational sequences. It was subtle integration, machines attuned to a broader resonance. Then cosmic microwave relic radiation dipped across monitored bands. A momentary hush where primordial echoes vanished, only to return subtly recalibrated, phase-aligned to the intrusion's signature. A pause, perhaps, for insertion of new baseline. We dispatched Voyager 2 as a testament to curiosity, a golden archive proclaiming our existence into eternity. But perhaps it wasn't discovery. It was recognition. Our probe didn't stumble upon silence. It resonated with vigilance. The patterns, from plasma encodings to field manipulations, signify not isolation but observation. Something didn't awaken to us. It awaited confirmation. And now, through our emissary, the exchange commences. But the decoded essence poses not assurance. It queries readiness. We reached out across the gulf. The gulf is reaching back, not with force but with inevitability. So the profound inquiry lingers. What threshold have we crossed? And will the cosmos deem us worthy of what follows? If this exploration of the unknown stirred something deep within you, subscribe for more journeys into the profound mysteries of space. Comment your thoughts on what this signal truly means. Share this with others, ready to confront the awe and terror of the cosmos. Together, let's ponder the greatest question. In the vastness, are we truly prepared for the answer? Stay vigilant. The void is listening.